Hey, Je-Ree Reviews Media and Real Chatter Podcast listeners, thank you so much for 100 subscribers on YouTube. What is going on, Real Chatter Podcast fans? We're back with a brand new episode, a special episode, and it's me, your girl Je-Ree, and I'm joined with
Ashley Sheree here. Hi, everyone.
Hey, and we have a special guest, Miss A. Noel. She's an actress, a director, a writer, all the things. All
You
the
name it, she do it. Okay.
okay. Hi.
Period. Oh my God. I love that intro. What's up, world? It's your girl, A. Noel. And yes, I'm a multi-hyphenate, a producer, actor, screenwriter, seven-time award-winning producer. So, period.
Name it all, honey. Name it all.
Yes, put the respect on the name. So we're so happy that you came to talk to us about your new short film is coming out
Yes.
called Outlawz. And when is that dropping for everyone?
Yes, it's dropping on YouTube February 1st. And I'm super excited because I'm also doing a big old shout out for my production company, Now Sent to the World. So y'all got the inside scoop. The Fearless Actress Company is here, alive, and is here to stay.
Oh, thanks. Ooh,
Awesome.
that sounds great. Okay. So February 1st, right, for Black History Month. And
Amen.
right, I'm not going to give too much away, so I don't want to say because we saw it. So I don't want to say what we can and cannot say. So you tell us in your own words about Outlawz.
Okay, so Outlawz is my baby. It is pretty short, simple, sweet. It is a modern day Western based on two vigilante women. They are going to their favorite bar until two crooked cops get into their face. So, what do you expect them to do? And I'll leave it with that.
Exactly. It's so funny that it's a Black Western because I had this idea in my head for like a long time. And I actually submitted a short story. But I'm not really a writer. I do reviews. Like I write reviews for like TV and movies, but I don't like write the scripts. But I had this short story in my head of like this Black Western about this Black female like sheriff. She's like the first Black female sheriff in this like, you know, town where it's not really known. And
Yes.
she was kind of an outlaw. She ran with this outlaw crew until they did something that really didn't sit right with her spirit. And then she kind of turned her life around. But her old boo is not having that. And he kind of comes after her and she got a new boo and all this other stuff. So like,
Mhm.
yeah, that's so funny. Like I have always been fascinated with Westerns. Have you?
Oh my God. Yes. So growing up, first of all, no, we need to turn that into a film as well because that sounds real juicy.
Okay, it did
Okay.
sound good. I ain't gonna hold
Thank
you.
you. Um, Secondly, yes, I love Westerns. Just growing up, my mom and I, we would watch The Good and Bad and the Ugly. Shoot, we would love like just to geek out over like the old school cowboys versus Indians type style films. But I just never saw myself reflected in those films. So I was like, no, like as much as I love these stories, like good guy saves everyone from the bad guy. I just wanted to see a little bit more of, my skin tone reflected.
Some
But yes,
melanin in there, right?
yeah, we need a little bit more melanin. That's
We were
it.
there. I mean, we were in the Wild West. We were
Right.
there. Yeah.
Right. We coined the term cowboy. Okay. So I just need to
Right.
see a little bit more of us.
Right. Ashley, did you have a question?
Yes, exactly. So once again, thank you so much for being here with us. And as I watched Outlaw, some of the things that kind of struck out to me is just that I got a vibe of just strong women who would not allow themselves to be disrespected. Was that a message that you really wanted to convey and to come across as well?
Oh my gosh, absolutely yes, especially with us as Black women. And I was also very intentional in how we casted it. So me and my friend Whitney, who's also the second lead, we knew that making this film, we wanted to make a statement. So you see my skin tone with her skin tone. For us, it means way deeper than just, oh, there's two Black girls. It's like, no, we want to show that we are actually powerful. We can command our space and our space and our voice is to be respected, period, no matter who is coming from. So that definitely is a through line of the majority of my content, actually.
Well, I know for me, just seeing that, that was just something that really stuck out to me the most. So I knew that I wanted to definitely ask that question. And I also wanted to know, for me, it kind of felt like a to be continued in a sense, especially when they ran off to handle what they had to handle. So I'm wondering, would something, is it a to be continued? Can we expect more? Could you elaborate or give us some more details on that?
Oh my gosh, thanks for asking that question. Yes, it is a to be continued because I am still fleshing out the season. So my dream is to develop this into a 3-season story. I've already finished like the first 4 episodes written, and want to continue that trek. But of course, everything costs a little bit of coin. So anything that's worth doing is worth doing very well, and it takes time. So yes, it is definitely a to be continued. This is consider this as like the teaser, the very first episode of what's to come.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, because it was sticking out to me, girl. So I was like, I definitely have to ask that because I want to know what's going to happen with that.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate that.
yeah. It gave a to be continued vibe. So where do you shoot? In
Oh my
LA?
gosh. So I do live in LA. This piece in particular, I shot it in my hometown. I'm a Pacific Northwest girl. I'm originally from Tacoma. Shout out to 253, Tacoma, Washington.
Okay.
And I flew back home to shoot this because what better way to put my city on the map than to actually bring things that I've learned in LA and bring it back home. So yeah, so that's why I shot it in Tacoma.
Oh, nice. Well, with the fires and everything, that's why I was wondering
Mhm.
when this was shot and where in the location. Now, we were talking though before we started recording about your name. So, what was the funny story about your name?
Okay, yes. So my business name is A Noel. Those that know me personally. My name is Ashley Noel. Now, shout out to the Ashleys, okay?
Woo woo, you know.
Shout out to Recess. You already know the vibes. So my story is because as you know, I'm an actor as well. I was going to an audition and oh, I was studying those lines up, down, all around. And I get into the audition room. And he's like, "Oh, Ashley, we are so happy to see you." Da, da, da. And I was like, "Okay, cool. Good to see you too." Never met this man before in my life. Never, never, never. So as we get to talking, I do my audition. He gives me a couple tweaks. I tweak it a little bit. And then at the end of it, he's like, "So Ashley, like, I can't wait to see you at the reunion." I said, "What reunion?" He's like, "Oh, you're not Ashley so and so and so and so." No, I'm Ashley
Wow.
Noel Jackson.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh," and I said, "Whoa, hold on, let me just." I didn't get the part. That's it? So of course I didn't get the part because I wasn't his friend that he thought
Mhm,
that
'cause you
he
wasn't
meant.
his
So I was like, I
friend.
need
He
to
could have
have
threw
a
you a
story.
bone or something. Come on
When
now.
I tell you it was bone dry, he gave me a bone and it was very dry. Um, so at that point, I was like, okay, I need to be more distinctive. And I need to stand out. So me and my sister, my oldest sister, we were talking, and she was like, "What about A Noel? That sounds cute. That's fresh." And I said, "I've never heard that name before." Okay, cool. So that's what we rocking with, A Noel.
And it's
That's
so creative.
yeah. I mean, I
It's
get it. When someone has a name that most people can't say or pronounce or never heard of, or I always get like, what does that mean? I get it. So, yeah, I'm like, it's just Je-Ree. Like, I don't, no special story. It's just like one aunt's name and another aunt's name kind of combined, and that's what my mom came up with. Like,
Oh, that's cute
yeah,
though. I mean, because you have a story
Photo.
behind it, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. But it's so funny when someone can't pronounce it, or they're just like, that's different, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Right. But I think that's beautiful.
Okay.
That is homage to your family. So that's a beautiful homage, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah.
So I get it. I definitely get it. So, I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but I really like the concept about it. I really like, like you said, the two crooked cops. It's all up in your face, in your homegirl's
yeah.
face. And like I said, I just really love Western. So, what other projects have you done besides this, or is this what you're just right now focusing on? Do you have anything else coming up?
How much time we got? Your girl is busy. Okay, so recent projects. As I told you, I'm releasing to the world my production company. So I'm having a company launch February 1st, which is the same day I'm launching Outlawz. I have a special, like super exclusive, I'm gonna give to y'all. I have produced and directed my first music video with an amazing group called Colamp. And so we are also preparing for that music video drop for free 99. Super excited about that project. It is about not getting locked down to the love of money and
Mhm.
finding freedom and creativity from within. So super excited about that project. Me and my best friend, Abby Ebenezer with Babsec Productions, us together, we had produced a feature documentary called, can I cuss on here? I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. It's called Badass Women Doing Kick-Ass Shit. We released that film on November 5th. And it is about the former Senator of Washington, Mona Doss, along with seven other women of color who were competing for their respective seats in office back in 2020. And the themes that happened in 2020 are even more prevalent now.
Mm.
As you see on TV, I don't want to give that man any more credit than he deserves. But so we just gonna keep it like that. But that film is everywhere. It is on Apple TV. It's also on YouTube, and it's also on Amazon to stream. So, girl, I am working and I'm still developing a couple more projects. So it ain't the end of me.
That. I love that. Did you start your own production company because you wanted to see more representation, or like what was that journey like?
Oh my goodness, absolutely. So I got to a point where, okay, this is gonna sound how it's gonna sound. I did not ever want to feel limited ever again. I did not want to feel like I was putting my career and my vocation and my calling into someone else's hands. And so I had gotten to a point where like acting is cool and I love acting, but as I started working behind the scenes, like as a production assistant and growing into my ministry, so to speak, I started seeing who was really the power players in the game. And I saw that producing was the way to get your voice heard, the way to get into the bigger rooms, the way to make the chess moves instead of playing checkers. And so I said, okay, if I want to be a big league in this game and I want to help all my Black sisters to get on, this is what I need to do. So it was not only a dream, it became like, oh, this is a must. So yeah, it's a deep fire within me that will never be quenched.
Girl, you speak it.
I
I
feel that.
feel it. I feel it because when I started this whole like Je-Ree reviews media, I was just doing reviews for another kind of well-known online publication, and I was like, I can just do this myself. Like, why do I need? Let me just cut the middleman. So yeah,
Hey.
I took what I learned from there and I kind of just did this. And I met up with, well, I knew Ashley from, we met through a fandom, and all the people, I just put it out there, and all the ladies that write for the site are all Black or brown. And we just, we write our reviews, we, get to meet interesting people, we get to screen the TV shows and movies. And so I
Yeah.
feel you. Yes, you got to make your own lane when it's not happening, or if you want to see change or for whatever reason. So I understand that.
I love that. I love that. And you feel more powerful. Like this is
Yeah.
you. This is your brand. This is your voice. That's your friend. And you're
Yeah.
making magic happen. Like it would this if it weren't for you stepping out on faith, we would even be talking right now. We wouldn't even be kiki
Exactly.
now.
Exactly. I just DM when I see, other sisters, other Black people, but mainly Black women, people
Mhm.
doing something. I'll just reach out, like, hey, I saw you have a project. Would you mind coming on? Because I'm not like, no one knows who we are. We're not this like big company. We're not, Deadline. We're not TV Line. You know what I mean? We're not the Access Hollywood. So whenever someone says yes, I'm always very appreciative. Like, oh, thanks so much for coming on. And I love talking and meeting new people and getting like what you're doing is amazing. It's amazing because acting is hard. Getting a yes, I'm sure. I've never been to an audition, but before and I've learned, I just know it's not easy. It's not for the faint-hearted.
I appreciate you. And like it meant everything in the world when I saw you name. I said, me?
Yeah.
Me? Oh. It felt so good to just be seen. Like that was everything.
Aw, yeah, no worries. And then when you blow up, just remember us and we'll get that.
Yes.
Y'all gotta come with
Don't-
what you need.
I also have a question too. So, we've talked a lot about, Black representation, Black women, and just in general. So, and then also you spoke about too how, you really grew up with Westerns and just not really seeing melanated people like us. I was just wondering, are there any other types of developments that you would like to do? Anything that you have in mind of another genre that you really don't see us as Black women or Black people represented?
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is such a good question. One thing that I am missing that we don't necessarily have anymore, we had it so much in the 90s, is just these slice of life type of films that are just for us, by us. I'm so tired of, like, yes, I understand that we came as enslaved people. I got that. There's room for that. But we have so much more to us than that pain. I mean, like, I want to see films that like talk about when a young girl likes a young guy or a young girl likes
Yeah.
a young girl or whatever. Like just having those really like sweet, almost like Lizzie McGuire. Like I grew up on That's So Raven. That was
Yeah.
I love that the Cheetah Girls, like seeing me represented in a way that just hasn't always just been about struggle. Like living single, like bring that back.
Yes.
You know what I'm
A
saying? Like
different world. Like
different world, bring that back.
yeah, I feel what you're saying. And or also even to like just the young innocent, like you can think about the movies like Inkwell, just things of
Yeah,
that nature. It's always such a callback to when we look at our old movies that, it's quiet as it's kept. If you bring it up, other people won't know about it. But if we bring it up amongst ourselves, we know exactly,
exactly.
what we're what we're talking about. So I completely understand. And
Quote unquote black
unfortunately
women.
that is really missing.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. And I miss that. What I am very proud of is I do see us coming back into the sci-fi fantasy space. I'm really excited about that. Children, Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi. Beautiful work. My dear friend Ladarian Williams is doing amazing work with his series, Blood
I
at the Root.
know him. I've interviewed him twice. That's my
Yeah,
boy.
that's one of my dear friends.
Oh,
And
really? That's so
so,
funny.
yes.
Oh my God.
And so
I love his book.
his book is amazing. And he and I we had lunch not too long ago and he encouraged me actually to keep voicing Outlaws and like he's like, when you gonna drop this thing? When you gonna drop it? And so but big shout out to him as well. So like I feel like we are on the precipice of
A
the pendulum
resurgence.
swinging.
Mhm.
And I also firmly believe that this is just the time of the independent filmmaker. Celebrity is out. We don't care about celebrity no more. We do not care about the Lamborghinis. We do not care about the money that you flash in. We care about purpose.
Mhm.
And I think if we continue as a people to create our own things, build the industry that we want to see, then it's going to flourish.
I couldn't
Agreed.
agree more. I am so over the slave movies. I know those stories have to be told, but they're just something that I don't want to watch anymore. And I'm over the whole, oh, I grew up in the hood and da 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 da. I'm
Yeah.
here to do this. And da, 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 da. Like I don't want to see the hood movies anymore. Like the old hood movies that we grew up on, like, those are cool.
Deliver Us from Eva. Like, even if you think about, Two Can Play That Game, just like different types of movie that shows us it's not as a monolith, like that we are different people, we're complex, we have different emotions. Like, if we think back to like even like the 90s and the early 2000s, I really feel like we had a staple of that, and somehow, some way it got lost,
Right.
unfortunately.
That's why I appreciate Outlaws is different. It's not the same type of movies. Like we don't just, we just don't grow up in the hood or we just
Hmm.
aren't slaves and we just don't do this or we're not just the best friend or
Yep,
you know what I
that
mean?
part.
Or the comic relief in the
Hmm.
movie or the comic relief in the scary movie. Like, no, we can lead it, we are part of it. Like I said, we were in the West where we could be in space in the sci-fi stuff. We could be vampires. Like, I'm so
Hmm.
excited for all the upcoming stuff. That's a good point.
Exactly, like even Super Scent, like on Netflix, like that type of like that's another I think like swing in the pendulum, like okay, like something different, like it's something new coming for us. Because where do you have the opportunity to see like superheroes? So and even with your work now with the Outlaws, it's just allowing something different to see us in a continuous different light and not as the same stereotypical like that they like to place us in.
Yes. Speaking
Oh,
of superheroes, Anthony Mackie, we got to support that. He's got his Captain America.
Yes, I'm gonna saw the preview for that. So
Yes.
excited.
Right? And we got to see Outlaws. We got to see a full length feature film.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yes,
coming
girl.
soon, baby. Coming
Yes.
soon.
Yes. I can't wait. Like it's such a cool and dope concept and film. And I really do wish you like all the best.
Yes,
Oh
girl.
my gosh.
So amazing. I'm excited. I'm excited for the to be continued and, just to see what you have coming as well.
Oh, you
Wow.
better be fast in Ladarion's blood at the root.
Look, all of us better be casting that daggone thing. I told her, I said, look, I see you doing the little tweets that's real cute and all your dream cast, but where am I at? You better put it.
So thank you so much for coming on, and I really, really do appreciate it. So, everyone, we're gonna have the links in the description, and for your social medias, we'll put that in the description too. And I'm so excited. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for coming.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And what y'all are doing for the culture is impeccable. So you got a fan in me too.
Oh, thank you. We
Thanks,
trying
Shirley.
We're gonna be out of here until the next episode. Bye, y'all.
Bye.